Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Tiffany again with H2O at Home, this time talking to you about kitchens. We have a great set of tools that are awesome for your kitchen. Of course, our variety kit, our chiffonettes, and our cleaning clay will complete that. A lot of the jobs that you do in your kitchen, you will use those tools, but we do have a few more that are specifically for your kitchens. A lot of people choose to host their own parties so that they can use their free money and their discounted products in order to go natural in their kitchens. And so I wanted to share them with you. They're pretty fantastic. We're going to start over here with our dish soap. Both of these are, I'm going to move this out of the way. Both of those are dish soap. There are two different scents. We have mint and exotic verbena, which is this brighter orange one, and then we have our orange and sweet marjoram. And our dish soap is super concentrated so that it can last. You really only need one pump in order to do a full sink load of dishes. It has very low pH, so it won't irritate your hands, and uses all natural ingredients to clean your dishes. If you have kiddos like mine who tend to use more than one pump on everything and go through soap like crazy, I have a solution for that, and that is to use a foamer. This is not a foamer that H2O at Home sells. We do have a very beautiful one, a black one and a slate gray that are beautiful. I just don't happen to have it. I have these little mason jar foamer tops that I got, and I did a DIY one. And I put my H2O at Home dish soap in there, and it works great. So then when the kids go nuts on dish soap when they're doing dishes, I'm not concerned that they're going to go through my bottle of concentrated stuff too quickly. So nice little tip there for anyone who has people in their household who are dish soap happy. And like our laundry detergent, our soaps, none of them come with the pump. That is extra. You have to buy that separate. But I do recommend it so that when you're, you can control the amount of soap that you get at a time. You don't have slippery, wet hands and accidentally drop a bottle and spill it all over the place. It really does help save your product and make it last a little bit longer. For me, it's definitely worth the couple dollars to, I'm not even sure exactly how much it is. I'd have to go look, but it's pretty inexpensive. We also have, that's supposed to be in the laundry thing. I thought this was my dish powder. We have one bag that looks almost identical to this. I think it might be green instead of purple. That is our dish powder. Excuse me for that for a minute. And that is for dishwashers. If you are wanting to switch to an all-natural dishwasher detergent, we do have one that we carry, and you can find it in the catalog. I want to talk to you about our sponges. These things are awesome. Not ever really been much of a sponge girl. Sponges always kind of grossed me out, especially when you hear like studies about how they can just spread bacteria, but that's not the case with our sponges. Our sponges are really great. This first one here is our double-sided microfiber sponge. This side is a little bit more, has a little bit more scrubby action. The fibers are a bit longer, a little more similar to our all-purpose glove kind of texture. And on the back is the same kind of microfiber as our heavy-duty chiffonette. This thing is pretty great. It'll be your best friend in the kitchen. It's really absorbent and versatile, and it's really perfect to clean your dishes and wipe down your surfaces. You can just get it all foamy and clean it away. And the reason why these ones don't do what other sponges do is because of the way that they're made. They actually allow air to get through everywhere to help dry them out so that they're not sitting there wet for long periods of time. But also because when you're using them in conjunction with our other cleaning products, these products are not petroleum based. And the problem with petroleum based or chemical cleaners is that they can leave a residue behind, and it's actually that residue that attracts and the bacteria and the food particles and things like that get stuck to the sticky residue that's left in your sponges and on your dish rags and things like that. And that's what actually causes the problem. That's where the stench comes from. That's where the bacteria grows, and then you go and you wipe that down all over your counter. These don't do that, and they don't stink. I'm pretty particular about it, and I find myself coming alongside and sniffing my sponges and my chiffonettes on a regular basis because my kids used to have a habit of just leaving. They would get a new dish rag out every single time they had to use one. Then they'd leave it and wad it up in the sink, and by the end of the day, they would smell so bad, and I could never get the stench out, and it was so frustrating. We would bleach them, we would microwave them, and I just hated using them, and I spent so much money throwing rags away and replacing them. And since I've switched to H2O at home, that has not been an issue at all, and it's been fantastic. The other sponge that we have is this one. This is our scouring sponge. That shiny stuff you see, that is, like I mentioned in another video, that's actually stainless steel that's woven into the fibers. This is great for, it will replace all of your steel wool or SOS pads, allowing you to scrub your cast iron and stove tops, your oven, things like that. This is really, really great. It won't tear up your hands the way that steel wool does. I like this sponge, and I actually use it a lot. My favorite of the three is the Scrubette. This side is much more like a dish towel, and then this side is more like those green or blue Brillo pads that you use to scrub your dishes. It's fantastic. I use this on all my dishes. I use it when I'm making coffee to clean up my coffee area. I like that it's a great size for my tiny little hands. It's really easy to hang on to. It's been a really good solution in our kitchen, and maybe my favorite out of the three. All of these sponges will last you many, many, many years, which actually saves the cost because they're really inexpensive. A set of 3 of these is $15, and when I think about how much money I spent replacing my Brillo and my SOS pads, and my rags, I spent way, way more than that. And these will last me much, much longer. I know people who have had theirs for 4 or 5 or more years. So really good investment. And the great thing about H2O at home, I'm not sure if they do it with the sponges. I know that they do for sure with the chiffonettes, is when they do, and I'm pretty sure they will with the sponges, just knowing the heart of the company, when our products do reach the end of their life, we can send them back to be recycled. And they actually give a little bit of a credit when you do that. So if you ever get to products that have at the end of their life, you're wanting to recycle them, you can reach out to me and I can help you with that process. It's pretty awesome. And then we have our chiffonettes will do a lot of your cleaning with water, and they are not disinfectants. I need to be clear on that, but they do lift and remove over 90%, depending on the chiffonette. Some do a even higher percentage of all of the dirt, germs, and bacteria that are on there. I watched a video of a couple of gals who had rubbed raw chicken on the counter, and then they cleaned half of it up with a Clorox wipe and half of it up with just a chiffonette with water. And the side that they did with the chiffonette got up all of the germs, whereas the side with the Clorox wipe didn't really kill that many and actually just spread it around and even further, and is kind of gross. But some of us have a hard time getting past the idea of not using a disinfectant, especially during this season where we have a global pandemic and COVID spreading, and we're wanting to keep our homes healthier and safer for maybe those of our friends and family who are at higher risk. H2O at Home does have an all-purpose cleaner, and this does kill bacteria, fungus, and viruses. So it is a full disinfectant. It contains natural mint and eucalyptus oils. It's perfect for your countertops, your microwaves, and your stoves. You can use it in kitchens and bathrooms, everywhere, and it smells really great. When you buy it the first time, you buy it in a spray bottle like this, but then you can buy the refills, which are little tiny packages that are super concentrated, and you pour the refills into the bottle and fill it up the rest of the way with water. And in doing this, your refills will save you 50% on costs and reduce the 92% of the packaging volume. So it's better for the environment that way as well. So I really do like this all-purpose cleaner. The last thing I want to show you is our in the kitchen set is our kitchen towel. This is one of our luxury kitchen towels. This is one of last year's colors. We can't get this anymore. However, I've been keeping tabs on and doing of people who've been commenting and liking and posting throughout this party, and for every time you do that, you're being entered into a drawing. And at the end of the drawing, there's at the end of the party, there's going to be a drawing for one of these towels. It is in this color. This isn't the exact one. I have a brand new one ready to give to the winner of that drawing, and that'll be really exciting. These towels are super absorbent, and they're better. They're not your standard kitchen towel. Thanks to its texture, it is 3 times more absorbent than an ordinary dish towel. It dries your dishes even when they're wet, or your hands even when they're wet, and they're much larger. If I can hold it up, I'm not sure if I can hold it up with one hand for you to see, but they are much larger than your standard kitchen towel. And in this bowl here, I have about 1.5 cups of water, and I'm going to place my towel in here, and I'm going to show you just how absorbent these towels are. I'm going to turn around, make sure I get all of it, all the dry spots. Okay, guys, this is pretty incredible. See, there's no more water left in the bowl. It's all absorbed into this towel. And there's even room, spots here that are still dry, can hold even more water. If I were to wring this out and get all of as much water out as I could back into the bowl, I could put the towel back in and it would still absorb the rest of that water. It's pretty great. We used to hang up multiple towels throughout the day. They would get wet and gross, and nobody would want to use them, and so we would take them down and put them in the laundry, and then we just had tons of towels, hand towels to wash every day, or kitchen towels to wash every day, or we would dry dishes with them, and we'd go through several because they weren't drying very well anymore. We don't have that problem anymore since we've been using our H2O at home kitchen towels. They're pretty awesome. That's all I have on the kitchen line for you today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let me know if there's something that you would like me to demo for you. And let me know what your favorite thing that you've seen so far is. I'd love to hear what you've liked the best so far, either of the kitchen line or of any of the other lines that I've shown you. Go ahead and show me what your favorites have been. I'd love to hear it. Thanks.